Yo, what's up, family? It's King Leon X, the Human Liberator. This is episode 96. Take charge of your life. Take charge of your mind. Take charge of your mental attitude. Where we make the choice every single day to correct our errors in judgment and practice a few simple disciplines. We make the choice every day to choose prosperity over poverty, to choose abundance over scarcity, to choose self-confidence over self-limited beliefs. Every single day we choose optimism over pessimism. We choose courage over fear. We choose effort. We choose deliberate, consistent effort over stagnation. We choose enlightenment over ignorance. You see? And so we're committed to the process. We are committed to the process of becoming our greatest version. We're committed to the process of finding our vision. We're committed to the process of following our vision. We're committed to the process of turning our ideas into physical things. We're committed to self-evaluation. We're committed to self-examination. We're committed to self-mastery. We're committed to assembling a pleasing personality. Okay? Not only are we committed to assembling a pleasing personality, we're committed to going the extra mile. Okay? We're committed to giving more service and better service than we're expected to give. We're we're committed to assembling and developing complete self-discipline and developing the mastery of our tongue. We're committed to thinking first and then speaking after we're sure what we say will not only benefit us but will not injure others. We're committed. We're committed to the good life. We're committed to developing ourselves fully, to developing ourselves to the highest state, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. All right, we're committed to happiness. We're committed to prosperity. We're committed to a definite purpose. We're committed to personal achievement. Okay, this is the choice that we choose. We're committed to good and sound health. We're committed to the type of information that changes situations. We're committed. Okay, so in today's episode, we're talking about finding your vision and following it. Okay, we talk about becoming a meaningful specific. How do you go from being a wandering generality to a meaningful specific? We talking about that transition today. All right, we ain't not necessarily in step-by-step processes because we already did that, but more so the philosophy behind. And some ideas and some concepts behind finding our vision and following it. So if I say something that resonates with you in this episode, you type "make the choice" in the comments. Because again, we make the choice. We don't have to self-evaluate. We choose to. We don't have to examine our life. We choose to. We don't have to get clear about what we want in our finances, in our health, in our legacy, in our social contribution, in our recreation, in our mental, in our spiritual world. We don't have to decide. We don't have to. We choose to. We get to, because we know that we don't want to go through life being a reactionary. We want to revolutionize our life by thinking and by making decisions. If you reacting, you don't need any thinking to react. You don't need any intelligence to react. It's an instinct. But to respond and to make a choice and to make a decision, you need to think. You need to use your brain and use it with the proper strategies that's going to produce and yield the type of results that you intend. Hold on, I gotta type this. You know what I'm talking about? So, if you want to be happy, study happiness. Right? It's simple. What if I wanted to be a computer engineer? What would I have to study? No, for real. What if I wanted to be a computer engineer? What would I have to study? Hey, if I wanted to be a audio engineer, what would I have to study? If I wanted to be a consultant, what do I have to study? If I wanted to be a architect, what would I have to study? If I wanted to be a plumber, what I have to study? Right? You would agree that if I wanted to be a plumber, I have to study plumbing. If I wanted to be an architect, I would have to study architecture. If I wanted to be an audio engineer, I would have to study audio engineering. If I wanted to be an electrical engineer, I would have to study electrical engineering. So why, when you say you want to be happy, and you want to be healthy, and you want to be wealthy, and you want to be powerful, and you want to be successful, do you study happiness? Is happiness a study for you? Do you study wealth? Is wealth a study for you? Do you study prosperity? Do you study success? If you want to be healthy, you study health. If you want to be happy, you study happiness. If you want to be successful, you study success. If you want to be wealthy, you study wealth. Just like if I would want to be a musician, I would have to study music. You see, if I wanted to be a philosopher, I would have to study philosophy. That shouldn't be too difficult. So when it comes to finding our vision and following it, it's like knock and the door shall be open. We have to request. We have to request the vision. It's not going to just drop on you. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You have to turn inward and ask yourself, who do you want to be? What do you want to have? What do you want to experience? What does success look like for you on your terms? What do you want to taste? What do you want to touch? What do you want to have? What do you want to build? What do you intend to leave? Who do you intend to help? Who do you want to serve? Who will benefit from your message? Who will benefit from your value? You see, don't drift, family. You have to decide. And once you decide, you see, your purpose can be whatever you say it is. All right? If you don't have a vision and it's hard for you to decide a vision, well, here's one that goes along with everyone. Becoming your greatest version. That's a purpose that everyone can agree with, that everyone can get in line with. Developing yourself fully, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, so you can become the greatest asset to the collective. That's something that everyone can agree with. That's something that everyone can do. That's some enlightenment. Self-mastery. These are purposes. If you don't have a specific, definite aim to turn an idea to a physical thing, if you're not ready for alchemy and deliberate manifestation, I'm here to tell you that you should start and embark on a journey of self-mastery. And through your journey of self-mastery and the commitment to self-mastery, to your journey of enlightenment and the commitment to enlightenment, I promise your vision will be given to you. It's up to you to follow it, though. Okay? It's up to you to follow your vision. Okay? It's up to you to follow your vision. You can follow your vision or you could drift. Okay? You can be a drifter. You know how drifters end up. You know how drifters end up. Poor, confused, and embarrassed. That's how drifters end up. Poor, confused, and embarrassed. You don't have to be a drifter. You could be a meaningful specific. Okay? You can find your vision and follow it. You can see yourself as the finished product. You can see yourself as the person that you intend to become. You can visualize yourself as that. You could get the joy of the process. If you're not embracing the joy of the process, if you don't feel ecstatic on the journey, then 9 times out of 10, it's gonna get too hard, it's gonna get too difficult for you, and you just gonna quit, and you just gonna give up, and you never gonna see your dreams manifested. You ain't never gonna see your goals accomplished. You see, none of that's ever gonna happen to you. Okay, unless you decide to be the best, unless you decide to be number one, unless you decide to be a winner, because winners never quit, and quitters never win. So you find your vision, whatever it takes. You do that to find your vision and you follow it and you commit yourself, I can, I will, I must achieve this. And since I'm on the journey of self-mastery, self-discovery, self-actualization, self-realization, I'm on the journey to enlightenment. I found my passion. And since I found my passion, I'm actively pursuing a definite major purpose. And since I'm actively pursuing a major purpose, I'm not a wandering generality anymore. I'm a meaningful specific. And since I'm a meaningful specific, I don't float around. I go step by step by step by step by step by step. That we prior preparation prevents poor performance. You see? And so you have to discover your vision, and once you discover your vision, then you follow it, then your decision making capability will increase, because it's easier to make decisions. It's like, hey, will this decision get me closer to my vision and definite major goal or not? Will this decision lead me to my greatest good or not? You see, when you find your vision and when you discover your divinity and when you take charge of your life and when you make the decision to make a difference, you can't make a difference until you make a decision. And when you make that decision and you make the choice to become the change that you want to see, you make the choice to become the change that you want to see. And when you do that, I'm here to tell you that it's going to get easier. But it's only through your deliberate, consistent action. You say you want to be a king, life throws you a king pitch, you strike out. You say you want to be a queen, life sends you a queen pitch, you strike out. That means it's time to go back to the drawing board. That means it's time to go back to reality. That means it's time to go back to scratch, to really redetermine our values and reset up who we said we are, what we mean, and where we intend to go. Because ultimately happiness is our aim. And if we want to be happy, we have to study happiness. Fulfillment is our aim. If we want to be fulfilled, we have to study fulfillment. Wealth is our aim. If we want to be wealthy, we have to study wealth. Joy is our aim. If we want to be joyful, we must study joy. Prosperity is our aim. If we want to be prosperous, we must study prosperity. Abundance is our aim. If we want to live and radiate abundance, we must study abundance. Health is our aim. If we want to study health, or if we want to be healthy, we must study health. Power is our aim. If we want to be powerful, we must study power. Influence is our aim. If we want to be influential, we must study influence. Discipline is our aim. If we want to be disciplined, we must study discipline. You see? And that's an extremely deliberate thing to do. Okay? And it's a choice that we make. To never think small, but to think big. To never think small, but to think big. If you're gonna be thinking anyway, you might as well be thinking big. Don't be afraid to fail. Okay, family? Because failure is temporary unless you quit. Don't be afraid to fail. That is temporary defeat. Get the feedback from that so-called failure so then you can profit. Inside of that failure is contained the seed of equivalent benefit. There's a seed of equal value contained in that setback where you could profit and you could come back and be stronger, wiser, better. Train your mind on these things. Discover your vision. Discover your divinity. Never think small. Think big. Don't be afraid to fail. Because if you study successful people, you see that they all failed, right? They've all so-called failed. Failure is nothing but bouncing from, or success is nothing but bouncing from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. You hear that, right? Success is nothing but bouncing from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. So I need you to understand that it's possible for you. It's possible for you to live out your goals and dreams. It's possible for you to have an unrecognizable life. It's possible for you to take life by the horns and steer it to wherever you want it to go. It's possible that you can make your dreams come true. It's possible that you can overcome your fears. It's possible that you can develop sufficient self-confidence to achieve your goals. It's possible that you can develop the courage to be bold enough to say what you have to say when you need to say it. It's possible that you could become a solution provider. It's possible that you can take charge of your life. It's possible. It's possible for you to become one of the greatest of all time. It's possible. Find your vision and follow it. It's King Leon Next, the Human Liberator. This was episode 97 or 96 of Take Charge of Your Life. You can check out my website, KingLeonX.com. Subscribe to my YouTube. Cop up my book. Connect with me on social media, and if there's a specific topic that you want me to talk to or talk about on Take Charge of Your Life, make sure that you email that to me at klx2023@gmail.com, or you could comment it in this video. Alright, until we speak again, remember, the only limitation you have is the one you set up in your own mind, or you allow others to set up for you. Stay grateful.